Hey, 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 happy Wednesday. Come on in, pull up a chair. The Daily Dope is in the air. Hey, 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 happy Wednesday. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yes, I'm Jeff McAleer, back once again as your host here at The Daily Dope, presented by thegaminggang.com, which I happen to be the founder and editor in chief. We also happen to be celebrating our 10th year. Yes, this is our 10th year covering tabletop gaming. So, come on in, kick back and relax. This is a very, very casual show. It is a live stream in case this is the first time that you've popped in to check out the show, regardless if it's live or on Memorex. So, I talk tabletop gaming news. So, RPGs, war games, strategy games, board games, family games, just about anything. If it's a tabletop game, I'm going to talk about it. So, tonight is Wednesday, September 25th. This is episode 369 of The Daily Dope. There is chat available because this is a live stream. I see we've got John Vogel and Paul Nolan already in chat for tonight. Do want to point out, chat is not on screen. It's one of the ways that I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay. But I do pay attention to chat. So if you'd like to say howdy, or maybe you've got a question, by all means, please fire away. I will respond. Also, I do tend to kind of repeat what people are asking or talking about in chat a lot of times because there are quite a few people who tend to watch the Daily Dope on mobile devices or maybe even their television sets where they don't actually get to see the chat or partake in chat. So as opposed to just being somebody who appears to be talking to themselves, I prefer to kind of repeat the chat. So, the madman has arrived in chat as well. So, we're off and running already. Do want to say that if you do like this video, please give it a quick thumbs up. And check out some of the videos on the Gaming Gang channel. Because if you like the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you do, ring that little bell because not only will it notify you when I upload standalone videos, which I've got a bunch of reviews coming, it will also inform you within a few moments of when the stream does go live. And of course, visit thegaminggang.com, which is my home website. People don't realize that there's so much going on over at thegaminggang.com. In fact, if you see a news piece on the show and you're like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool, I want to check it out. Normally the next day, I will have an article up on the Gaming Gang with links so you can go directly to it. Because I know sometimes people aren't, jotting stuff down just from the little link that I put down at the bottom of the images as they go past. So we've got Hubcam 210 in chat as well tonight. And of course, do want to mention, be sure to tell a friend, tell two friends, and so on and so on and so on. So, before I jump into the news tonight, I did want to talk about something that, gotta be honest, was kind of disheartening. So I run across some channel. It's a tabletop gaming channel on YouTube, and it's a couple of guys, and I watched a little of their content, and it's obviously these are people who are newer to the hobby, just kind of recycling same kind of stuff we've heard about some older games all the time. Which is fine. I'm not, that's fine. We can have plenty of people covering the hobby. What was disheartening, though, is the channel is less than a month old, and they have over 43,000 subscribers already. And their videos were getting, tens of thousands of views, and it was like, 6 great two-player games. And the thing is, they don't even show off the game. So let's say it's a 10-minute video, you'd get about 60 seconds of the actual game. The rest of the time, it's just a talking head sitting there in front of a white screen. I don't know. To me, it kind of gets to the point where it's sort of like, what's the point of doing this? If we get these people who, They're the latest hipsters, and they've got the hipster beards and stuff like that going on. Anybody comes strolling along, and suddenly, they've got tens of thousands of subscribers. What's the point? What's the point? So, yeah, very disheartening, like I said. I was kind of like, you got to be kidding me. Really? Actually, that's really not how I said it. I kind of said, you got to be shitting me. Because it's like, how did they get all these subscribers? And, well, on Twitter, they've got about 5,000 followers as well. So, I don't know. Something smelled kind of weird. And it's funny, they haven't even been around a month. And boom, they already have sponsored videos up. So, it makes you wonder a little bit. Anywho. Hey, I just keep plugging away. Just doing what I do. Let's jump on into the news because I've got a good variety of news tonight. Osprey Games has a new 2000 AD game. It's on the horizon. It's based on Martin Wallace's Wildlands system. And I've got the dope. Something in the multiverse has shattered. And now the universe is bleeding. Throughout Megacity 1, there are reports of invaders wreaking havoc. Celtic barbarians in Esquire Block, Russian nobles in Ape Town, and rumors of fragments of other universes scattered across the city, waiting to be claimed. The worlds of Judge Dredd, Slain, Strongium Dog, and Nikolai Dante will crash together on tabletops in the miniatures board game Judge Dredd Helter Skelter, which features gameplay similar to that of Wildlands, although the two games cannot be combined. This game brings some of 2000 AD's most well-known characters to the streets of Megacity 1, fighting for the shattered fragments of their own universe. Faction-specific action decks and new special character abilities give each group their own playstyle, from the well-armed judges with their explosive ammo to the bestial fury of Slain and his Celtic allies. Playing to your faction's strengths and exploiting your opponent's weaknesses will be the key to claiming victory on the streets of Megacity 1. Just like Wildlands, this game will contain 20 ink-washed miniatures. I do want to mention that if you are going to paint the minis, I realize this from Wildlands, you have to make sure that you wipe that ink off. Wash it out. Otherwise, your paint is not going to adhere. Anyway, Judge Dredd Helter Skelter is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up. It will play in 30 to 60 minutes and carry an MSRP of $85 when it arrives on Halloween. Well. What a way to rock out Halloween, eh? So I liked Wildlands. I did review it not too long ago, and I enjoy it. I think it's a fun game. It's easy to get into. It's got enough crunch in it. It's a Martin Wallace design, so there's a little bit of a head scratcher as far as the mechanics go. It's just how Martin Wallace operates, folks. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I don't know. We'll have to see. I will reach out and see if we can get a peek at this from Osprey. I don't know. So Kabuki Kid is in the house as well. Kabuki Kid says, Jeff is the law. I am the law. And Paul Nolan says, I've got the best gaming channel on YouTube as far as they're concerned. Of course, I forgot to mention, Paul Nolan is actually a distant cousin of mine. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I was just pointing that out. I just thought, come on, really? 40-some thousand subscribers in less than a month, and it's just a talking head kind of channel? Something just isn't right. Or I just suck. So, it could be I just suck. It might be that. Even with the new cameras and stuff, maybe I still suck. All right, moving right along, because Rio Grande has a new Uwe Rosenberg title. It's coming in November. It's called Robin of Locksley, and I've got the dope. Troubled times blight England since the good and just King Richard the Lionheart was captured in the Crusades. Meanwhile, Robin of Locksley is stealing from the rich Norman lords to free the king. In Robin of Locksley, you aim to collect loot tiles with your Robin and sell loot collections of the same color. Move forward on the racing track surrounding the 5x5 loot tiles by spending earned gold. Every field will give you a task to gather fame. You may fulfill the task, or you may spend 1 gold coin to pass it. Whoever first circles the racing track twice will win the game. Robin of Locksley is for 2 players, ages 10 and up. Does play in around 30 minutes. It will carry an MSRP of $34.95 when it releases on November 14th. This looks a little unique. You look a little unique here. Here's the thing that I find kind of strange, though. So, it is obviously Robin Hood, okay? So it's Robin of Locksley, and you can choose to be a male Robin or a female Robin. And, you know, I'm one of these people, I am all for inclusion and diversity and bringing more people into the hobby, into gaming. But come on, really? So you got Robin Hood, you couldn't make the other character like an ass-kicking Maid Marian? Or one of the band, right? You don't have to call them merry men. No, it's got to be either a male Robin Hood or female Robin Hood, and they're both operating at the same time. Some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. Some of this political correctness is just so overboard right now. You don't see anybody complaining about how come there's no male Snow White in a game. Oh, Snow White's in it, so can I play a male Snow White? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. And like I said, I'm all for, you want to make an ass-kicking Maid Marian who's better than Robin Hood? Sweet, man, knock yourself out. I love it. Just to me, it's just kind of lame. There's gonna be 2 Robin Hoods and one's a woman. All right, moving right along. Since Wednesdays used to be Wargame Wednesdays, how about some wargaming news? Because Tiny Battle Publishing has a new solitaire game. It is coming soon. I've got the dope on Rogue State. Everything is decided by a person's thoughts, and if he is ideologically motivated, there is nothing he cannot do. Kim Il-sung. It's a quote. Rogue State is a solitaire geopolitical conflict simulation where the player assumes the role of the supreme leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea immediately after the end of the Korean War. Your primary objective will be for your regime to survive from 1953 through the year 2030. Your secondary objective will be to maximize adherence to the Jue ideology by progressively achieving national self-reliance and global influence. Juchi, I believe it's pronounced Juchi, or Juchui. No, maybe it's Juchui. I think it's Juchui points. Juchui points are earned by advancing your nation's military strength, industrial production, nuclear weapons development, and assertively responding to events while minimizing lingering foreign debt. Victory over your imperialist oppressors will require you to carefully manage scarce resources, strategically evaluate risk, and develop a keen awareness of the interaction between the world situation and your decisions. Each turn represents approximately 7 years on the timeline of the DPRK. As Supreme Leader of North Korea, you'll be responsible for such things as managing the state budget to strategically emphasize critical initiatives, building heavy production capacity to fuel the nation's economy, investing in infrastructure, agriculture, and your military, maintaining diplomatic relations with your national allies, intimidating and purging members of your cabinet to motivate performance and discourage sedition. You'll also manage risks associated with world events and critical threats, such as revolutions, coups, and foreign military action. You'll also be negotiating for foreign technology to build your nuclear weapons program. You'll be threatening and extorting your imperialist enemies with threats of nuclear force and, if necessary, ordering a preemptive nuclear strike on the West and its puppet allies. Do you have what it takes to lead your nation to power and prosperity? Rogue State is a solitaire game, as I previously mentioned. It's for, in my opinion, probably ages 14 and up. It does play in 2 hours or less and is available right now as a pre-order for $30. It will ship later this month. Gotta say, this does remind me a bit of like the Victory Point, States of Siege sort of games, although it's not the tracks that, you're defending Korea or anything like that. But this sounds like this could be pretty interesting. Yes. So Kabuki Kid's asking, where's Dan from No Enemies Here? I don't know. I have no idea. So Paul Nolan had mentioned, because I was talking about the Robin Hood thing, that it's 2019. You can play anything you want. I guess so. It's just make things up as I go. I just, I'm going to rewrite Dungeons and Dragons. It'll be mine. It'll be all mine. Mordenkainen's a woman now. And I've got rights to it. So there you go. Speaking of role-playing games, though, there is an awesome Humble Bundle right now. It is an RPG book bundle. It is the old school fantasy role-playing bundle. And I've got the dope. Let's kick it old school. Classic rules, freewheeling dungeons, and deadly dragons ahead. Put a spin on your next campaign with tabletop ebooks like Ripan Athuk, Goblins of Mount Shadow, Dead Men Tell New Tales, Tome of Horrors Complete, and Victorian role-playing adventure in the age of Supermankind. Plus, your purchase will support Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. If you pay simply $1 or more, you can get on board. Normally, the total cost for these PDFs in this bundle is around $624. Here at Humble Bundle, you choose the price and increase your contribution to upgrade your bundle. Of course, the minimum is a $1 purchase, and at the dollar level, you can look to receive Swords and Wizardry Complete, Grimsgate, and Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea among the offerings. For an $8 purchase, you can look forward to plenty of Castles and Crusades goodness, plus the complete Tome of Horrors among those offerings. And for $18, you can score everything, including Ripan Athuk, the Midderlands, as I was just talking about yesterday. We are going to be looking at the Midderlands very soon. You'll have copies of Fight On magazine and lots more. It is a phenomenal deal. You got 2 weeks to be able to get in on this too. Read them anywhere. The ebooks in this bundle are available in a PDF format, so they work on your computer, e-readers, iPads, cell phones, and just about any other mobile device. Instructions and a list of recommended reading programs are also available. Plus, you're going to support a charity. Choose where the money goes between the publisher and the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society via the PayPal Giving Fund. If you like what Humble Bundle does, you can also leave a humble tip too. As I mentioned, you've got just under 2 weeks to enjoy these savings, so grab it while you can. Okay, so bringing back the stream, and it sounded like the audio was all right, so we will find out what is going on here. Yeah, now, of course, now I see that the camera's trying to pick up the lighting, trying to figure out what to do with the lighting here. So, yeah, there we go. Dan from No Enemies Here is hanging out. So we'll see what happens here. So, what happened there is, because this Nikon is only designed to shoot video for like 20 minutes, because it's not a video camera, it's a camera, I have to kind of play around with this to create as if I'm actually touching something on the camera. So I can see the ISO is off from me restarting the camera too. You know what? Maybe I'll just stick to the Panasonic one, because I'll switch them back. Because the Panasonic camera has absolutely no limit as far as how much video I can shoot. And it does not do this like light, dark, light, dark. Like I'll like move my hand. Okay, now it's not doing it. But I'm just talking in that, and maybe is it the shirt? Is it my face? I don't know. But it is causing some weird, strange, like the light. Yeah, it just gets bright. Yeah, the aperture's whacking out is exactly what it is. It's the ISO, it's the aperture, and I have no idea. Anyway, see, that's what happens. I keep experimenting and playing around with these cameras here. So yes, I think I will switch over to the Panasonic. Even though it's not as good low light, I'm sure I can play around with it a little bit. Because with the Panasonic, we didn't get any of this light level changing or anything. Anyway, well, at least good thing we're almost wrapping up the show. I only have one news piece left. So, there is a new City of Mist Quick Start that's available in PDF. It's from Son of Oak Studio. It's over on DriveThruRPG. And I've got the dope. The free, updated, all-new, and improved City of Mist Quick Start rules set replaces the original 2016 award-winning City of Mist starter set. Get the updated Quick Start rulebook, including 7 beautifully illustrated character playbooks of the pre-gens that started it all, updated to include helpful tag combos, 2 sample cases, V is for going viral, and Demons in Cross End, rewritten and updated to allow for better gameplay. Here's all the extras you need to start playing. Player and MC move sheets, crew themes, and tracking cards. City of Mist is a role-playing game of film noir investigation and super-powered action. It's set in a modern metropolis rife with crime, conspiracies, and mysteries. The protagonists are riffs, ordinary people who become the living embodiment of a legend, their mythos. While your riffs may seek to strike a balance between the mysterious nature of their mythos and their mortal aspirations, the powers within them always threaten to tear their lives apart. They have unwittingly become a part of a secret world of clashing stories, and soon other legends will come looking for them with demands. City of Mist is based on the story-driven Apocalypse engine, but it takes a step further into narrative gaming by introducing several new features. There's rich character motivations built around compelling mysteries and identities. Follow your character's themes to gain their benefits and evolve them or go against them to discover new aspects with a unique non-linear character evolution system. No limits for powers, abilities, traits, gear, or allies. Everything in City of Mist is described by free text tags, so you can create exactly the character you want. There's full-on narrative engine with an edge. Every action you take in the game is based on the... You know what? This is just driving me nuts with this aperture here. Give me a sec. We are going to actually see something pop up here, but... Okay, let me pull this up. Yeah, so it's showing we've got an ISO of 800. That is not where we wanted to be here. Got that. See if we change this up to 1600. See if that helps us out a little bit. All right, because that light dark is driving me nuts. It's driving me crazy. All right, so hopefully I'm back in focus. Anyway, back to the news. There is a full-on narrative engine with an edge. Every action you take in the game is based on the interpretation of your tags, using moves to deliver dramatic outcomes that drive the story forward. Status spectrums and a new system of narrative damage. You can use descriptors to create any imaginable setback or advantage so that every action in the fiction, in and out of combat, can have lasting gameplay implications. You can score the 60-page PDF absolutely free at DriveThruRPG. Very cool. We will have the review for City of Mist very, very shortly. I have the slipcase set, so I will have that review. That's probably about a week and a half away because I finished reading it. I just have to work on it a little bit. Also want to mention, there is a big sale going on over at Modiphius.com. It is an end of summer sale. City of Mist is part of it because the physical books are actually published by Modiphius Entertainment, and for crying out loud, this camera is just driving me nuts. So I am going to wrap the show a little quicker than usual. So Dan says, this is why I enjoy your show, Jeff, because of the surprises. Yeah. Yes. All the surprises. Damn, it's like, what? It's like, I got to check this out. See what's going on with this camera. But like I said, I am going to swap out. The Panasonic's coming back to shoot this. This will go shoot the overhead stuff. So Dan's like, really? This is why I enjoy watching your show. Because all the crazy stuff that goes on. And I have to roll with this stuff. I try not to like totally freak out. So it's funny because I was going to show you what arrived today. But I'm like, so if I hold this stuff up to the camera, what are we going to get total like whiteout here or something? What's the deal, yo? Don't know. I have no idea. So I'll save that till tomorrow. We'll do that. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up so I can like switch out these cameras. So Paul Nolan says, if this was an 80s martial arts B movie, we could say I lack focus. I'm in focus. Focus is not the problem. It's the aperture. It's the ISO. It shouldn't be the shutter speed because I've got the shutter speed set. Yeah. You know, what can you do? What can you do? So, all right. Well, and I was going to say another thing. If we swap out the Panasonic, then we know we won't have an issue with suddenly the audio getting choppy and bad. Yeah, that's just an aspect of this program that I use to stream. It's sort of like, can't have anything change. God forbid anything changes because it messes the whole thing up. All right, so that is it for tonight's show. As I like to point out, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, comics, movies, TV. By now, you know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. I have a new outro, so stick around, check out the outro. Might make you chuckle. So anyway, as I mentioned, that is it for tonight's show. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night. Everyone who hung out live, I appreciate you hanging out, keeping me company. Of course, if you're watching after the fact on Memorex, I apologize for the weird technical difficulties tonight. Usually does not happen like this. All right, so everybody have a great night. And until tomorrow, happy trails. Oh, hey, you're still here. All right, well, if that's the case, by all means, don't forget, subscribe. Click on that little circle right up top there, and be sure to subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel. Of course, if you'd like to check out the previous episode of the Daily Dope, my live stream here on YouTube, Mondays through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central, click right up here. And if you'd like to check out a randomly selected review or unboxing video, well, roll the dice and click right here. As I used to like to say, you pays your money, you takes your chances. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and thank you very much for watching.